Good evening, my dear friends, students, learners, viewers, ladies and gentlemen. Today, once again, in the evening time, I appeared in your domain to complete the lesson poem is known as a stand side, a roadside stand. Now, fourth stanza, I am reading. The heart to the scenery won't be my complaint. Here the poet says, if the natural beauty is ruined, it is not my complaint. But it is not my complaint so much as the trusting sorrow of what is said, unsaid. Here, far from the city, we make our roadside stand and ask for some city money to fill in hand, to try if it will not make our being expand. So, in the fourth stanza, here the poet says, as a matter of fact, the natural beauty scenario is ruined. It is not very painful for me. But the farmers, it is the belief of the farmers that someday some customers will stop at my shop and they will purchase something, and city money will come in our hand and we can improve our condition, our standard of living. It is their hope and dream, but it is a matter of sorrow. Not a single pice came in their hand. So the farmer became so desperate, so disappointed. In the fourth stanza, the poet Robert Frost has very vividly described. Now come to stanza 5 and give us the life of the moving picture's promise that the party in power is said to be keeping from us. It is in the news that all these beautiful keen are to be bought out and mercifully gathered in, to live in villages next to the theater and the store. So here the poet is describing the condition, the pitiable, vulnerable situation of the farmers. Here, this is the news. Some official and you can say leaders during the election period promise to the villagers, farmers, all of you will be shifted in the nearby city and your situation will be improved. It is their promise. Suppose when a person is showing as watching movie, similarly the villagers are watching movie, but in the real sense, whatever the politicians, the persons showed them dream, it is not In the real sense, they have been made foolish. They have been deceived by such politicians and other persons. So simply they are made foolish, they are deceived, and their property are snatched by the politicians, and they made helpless and inactive, as nowadays it is happening. Now come to stanza 6, where they won't have to think for themselves anymore. While greedy good doers beneficent beasts of prey swarm over their lives, enforcing benefits that are calculated to soothe them out of their wits, and by teaching them how to sleep, they sleep all day. Here, the poet has compared the good doers just like bees, and they are hovering over the farmers, and they are motivating, inducing, all your problems will be sorted out, you will sleep comfortably. So here in other words you can say, such good doers want the villagers, farmers made to inactive, so that they cannot do anything. Nowadays it is seen almost all people are getting rice, money, and they are not in the position to work. It is the same case is found here. So false assurance is being given to the farmers, but in the real sense they are being made inactive, not active, and ultimately they have left nothing except repenting, except remorse. Nothing is there. Then what happens after that? Come to the 7th stanza, destroying their sleeping at night the ancient way. Sometimes I feel myself I can hardly bear the thought of so much childish longing in vain. The sadness that lurks near the open window there, that waits all day in almost open prayer. So in this stanza, the poet feels it is too difficult, we cannot bear, we cannot tolerate such a vulnerable situation, but the farmers are tolerating, bearing, and it is their hope. Throughout the day they keep watching towards the road. It is their unflinching belief that some people will come and they will purchase, and we have some city money. But ultimately farmers prayer is useless. They cannot fulfill their dream whatever they saw. Now come to the 8th stanza. For the squall of a breaks the sound of a stopping car. Of all the 1,000 selfish cars that pass, just want to inquire what a farmer's price are, and one did stop, but only to flow of grass. Flow of grass. In using the yard to break back and turn around, and another to ask the way to where it was bound. Next, in 8th stanza, it is seen that the poet very vividly describes the situation of the farmers. Farmers have kept some village vegetables, pots, and such other things to sell and earn money. The farmers are sitting very lonely and watching. Yes, definitely some people will come and they will purchase, and some city money will come in our hand. So one car making huge noise stopped at the shop of farmer, but they did not see what the farmers have kept in their shop. Just they turned their car and went away. Next car again stopped and they asked which road, this road goes where, and they went away. But they did not even ask what you have kept in your shop, what is the price, what is these things. They did not make inquiry at all. Now come to the 9th stanza. And another to ask, could they sell it a gallon of gas? They couldn't. They had none, didn't it see? No, in country money, the country scale of gain, the requisite lift of spirit has never been found. So in 9th stanza it is seen that another car owner stops at the shop, and the car owner did not make inquiry about the items which are available in the shop of farmer. The car owner asked, do you have gas cylinder? I want to purchase. No. We do not keep gas cylinder. You please go. And just the car owner went away. After that, what happens, you see, the farmer did not fulfill their hope, dream, and they did not have a single pice from city money. Now come to the last stanza. Also, the voice of the country seems to complain. I can't help owning the great relief it would be to put these people at one stroke out of their pain, and then next day as I came back into the scene, I wondered how I should like you to come to me and offer to put me gently out of my pain. So here Robert Frost is very much desperate, sad to see the vulnerable situation, and he says, yes, stop them and they will let them die so that they cannot face such type of problem. It is better to die. So ultimately it is seen that the poet Robert Frost has described this poem stanza by stanza very vividly, and he has very minutely explained the pitiable condition in this poem. Predominantly, the farmers want to earn money by selling such village vegetables and other things, and they want to improve their life. They have also thought to live as the people of a city dweller, but it is their illusion. They cannot fulfill their dream. Just they were watching movie. This is the poem. Thank you, my dear students. And generally you will find here metaphor, of oxymoron and imagery. These are the poetic devices in this poem. Thank you very much. Today I have completed this poem, and if any problem you may ask me, definitely I will explain. Thank you very much.